Hello everybody, my name is Bragster and welcome to TEW 2020 where we are playing as Impact Wrestling. Now, we are off the back of the very short episode where we went through Explosion after the signing of Johnny Gargano, who won't be with us for a while. So let's just have a look at a few of these things. Viewing figures probably going up, and then bang! We have Kairi Sane, oh we have Kairi Sane. We have Kairi Sane, oh we have Kairi Sane. Yeah, that's right, we have Kairi Sane. Oh, but like, just look at her profile, man. Like, look at that. She's technical class, aerial class. She's good at a bloody promo. She's a brilliant baby face. It's just, obviously, I know in real life, and 42 pop as well. I know in real life, she's gone back to Japan, and she's living her life happily, and etc, etc. However, this is not real life. So, if AEW, WWE, New Japan don't want to take Kairi Sane, then I will put it on myself to sign Kairi Sane. So that's what we're going to do. So that's two major signings, massive signings, to be honest. She might be with us immediately, to be honest. It'd be very interesting to see if she is. Yeah, Kairi Hojo is, yeah, she is instantly with us. Wow. Wow. I genuinely just can't believe we got her. You know, look at all of her accolades. NXT Women's Champion, Mae Young Classic, Women's Tag Team Champions, Stardom Champion, multiple Stardom Championships, and we got her. Yeah, so we got Kairi Sane. I don't know what to do with her, to be honest. We could just instantly put the title on her. I wouldn't be against that, to be honest, instantly putting that title on her. Yeah, if we look at the women we've got, look, like, we've got a lot of brilliant women. I think Kairi Sane has the most amount of pop, easily. I want to say, yeah, Tenille Dashwood I think is the closest one to her. No, actually, Madison Rain's no, it's close between everyone. Like, you got Rosemary, Sue Young, Tenille Dashwood, Taya Valkyrie's up there as well. Madison Rain's obviously up there. You got Jordan Grace up there, Deonna Purrazzo, and Havoc. So you got multiple ones there. If we look at faces and heels, I want to just go through everything because we're not going to bring her in immediately. I know we've got her immediately, but I want to set up something really nice for her to get her teeth into. Returning Havoc, obviously you guys already know that. That's obvious. Sue Young has turned. We're just we're going to quickly do that when we can. So that's what, 2 people extra onto the heel side of things. Obviously we just signed a face, that's why I'm checking the dynamics. Yeah, we're missing a lot of heels here. So if there's a heel you want me to get in, or you think would be a great heel, obviously just tell me, because I need to know, and I would like to know, so I can, like, maybe changing Kimberly, someone like that, as she is an amazing heel. Rosemary's obviously an amazing heel as well. So yeah, it just depends on what you want me to do. But as you guys know, we have Kairi Sane now. We have her. Whatever we want to do with her, put down in the comments. It'll be nice to know what you guys think we should do, because yeah, it would just be nice, really. It really would, because it's as much my series as it is yours. I can probably come up with an idea. I'm pretty sure I know where she can slot in, but yeah, I just want to know what you guys think, whether there's some real dream feuds you want me to get to, or whether you genuinely believe we should just skyrocket her straight to the title, and just give her a lengthy run with it. I don't know. I don't know what you guys think. But yeah, we have Kairi Sane. Let's get into Impact. Okay. Look at this. Shayna Baszler's retiring. Wow, that's a huge loss. Imagine if that happened on my end. I know I never had her in NXT, but it's just, wow, what a loss she's gonna be. Like, she is incredible. I love Shayna Baszler. I think she is phenomenal. So yeah, it feels a bit wrong for her to be retiring. But yeah, I thought you guys would want to know that, because that's a big piece of news. Matt Riddle. Would we want him? I mean, we could have a look at him. Toxic warning. Yeah, let's not, shall we? I just don't want to waste. I have a really high backstage rating. He's not. I like Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle. I really do like him. I think he's a phenomenal wrestler. But personally, I wouldn't know how to book him. I just think, I don't know, I just don't know how I would book him personally, so I may as well keep him, let him stay in WWE. If he gets properly released, he gets properly released, but I may as well let him stay in WWE and just see what he does. So yeah, big news there with Shayna Baszler. She's retiring. Right, so we got a backstage incident between Kylie Rae and Ken Shamrock. Now, I'm presuming this is Wrestlers Court, but Kylie Rae I don't think would ever do anything wrong. So, Kylie Rae was brought before the Wrestlers Court, accused of moaning about stuff all the time and bumming everyone else out. Really? Smiley Kylie Rae is bumming everyone out? Really? And sentenced her to shut up or cheer up and to buy drinks for everyone. And Kylie Rae has a quiet personality. Right. Sure, whatever. What? I have no words for that, so let's get into the show, shall we? Right, so we've booked the show, everything has happened. Everything has happened, I've booked the show, everything looks good. This one's a risky show. This is a risky show. This could either be my best or my worst. I've got a lot of different types of matches, not in terms of like gimmick matches, just in terms of like technical masterclasses, high spot match, even a spectacle in there. So it could go horribly wrong, but I'm hoping it goes right. We're just gonna have to see, aren't we? So let's get into it and see what happens. So we start off the show with a 50 rated segment where Cain Velasquez arrives. I'm pretty sure half of you probably would have realised who it was all on about. But yeah, Cain Velasquez is here and he comes out. Eddie Edwards is in the ring ready, and Cain Velasquez comes out and Velasquez tells Edwards that he's going to decimate him. So 50 rated segment, great way to start off the show. My chair is moving all over the place. But yeah, really good. It's very interesting to see how this match will go. And in a 57 rated match, Eddie Edwards defeats Cain Velasquez in about 20 minutes by pinfall after using a chair. So he had to cheat to win, but he got the win. Velasquez was going mad. This one, I'm pretty sure if I go to radio, yeah, technical masterclass. It should have helped people. Obviously, Cain Velasquez getting penalised for being inexperienced. Yeah, so yeah, Cain Velasquez did really well. 60. Eddie Edwards with a 53. That's obviously going to help Eddie Edwards a little bit with his popularity. But yeah, it's the first time I've seen, I think, Eddie Edwards in the ring. So 53 rating says to me that, you know, their match at Bound for Glory. It's not Bound for Glory. Their match just before Bound for Glory for the title between Rob Van Dam and Eddie Edwards is going to be a bloody good one. But yeah, shame for Cain Velasquez. Cain Velasquez is very, 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 very pissed off. But it was the right thing to do. I thought maybe making him use a chair would make sense. You know, yes, he's a face, but he just didn't want to get battered because, you know, 20 minutes in the ring with Cain Velasquez is a long time, and that's not what you want. So he just had to get it over and done with, so use the chair, and that's exactly what happened. So yeah, nice start to the show. And then we got a 41 rated segment where Stephen Amell gets Callahan and Eric Young to sign waivers, just like TJP did, to say they can carry on without Impact being sued or anything like that. And while they're signing the contracts, Eric Young and Sami Callahan just kind of look at each other and smile. Just a sadistic smile on both of their faces, almost as if they're kind of going, we'll do this again. One day we'll do this again. So, yeah, very weird interaction between the two, but that means that 3 out of the 10 participants in the Bound for Glory series are now under a contract where the company can't take responsibility for whatever happens to these two. So, well, for them 3. So, yeah, nice segment there, just a bit of storyline progression. And we got a 46 rated match where TJP finally got a win, and it was against Trey, which puts Trey bottom of the table and puts TJP off that bottom spot and gives him his first, his first win. Yeah, TJP's been looking good, Trey's been looking good, and TJP just managed to nick the win. Nice little match between these two. Can imagine these two doing really well, especially if they end up going down to the X division. But yeah, really good stuff there. 46 rated match. Lovely stuff. Then we've got a beautiful segment, where a 55 rated segment where Heath and Rhino are talking about the prelude to Glory and about the match, and James Storm comes out and just goes, "You're gonna have to watch your back, mate, because I'm one of the other 5 people in the match vying for that contract." So that's right, so the 2 out of the 6 people in that match have been announced. Heath and James Storm. The winner gets a permanent contract in Impact. Yeah. Whew. I wasn't expecting 55, I was expecting about 50, but I wasn't expecting 55. That's really good stuff. This honestly was about to go on Explosion, but I was like, no, these guys are going to be great at promos. So pretty much I think every week now, people are going to be announced as to, who's in the match. I might leave 1 or 2 open, I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, it's big match, and it kind of reveals to everyone now that that's a 6-pack challenge. That is a 6-man match. It's going to be ridiculous. To be honest, that could be the match that opens up Prelude. 55 rated segment, lovely stuff there. Then we've got a 55 rated match, this time between Miro and Brian Myres, where Miro wins by pinfall with the Muscle Buster. So the Muscle Buster is Miro's finisher, well, one of Miro's finishers. He's obviously got the Accolade, now he's got the Muscle Buster. I just felt like the Muscle Buster suits Miro to a T. It really does suit him. Yeah, 63 off Miro, 40 off Brian Myres. Brian Myres is just, he's not good enough. He's not good enough for the main event scene, unfortunately. So he might end up being in the X division. It might end up dropping down to that. I said dropping down. X division's great, but yeah, this match for me was a real test. I know they pulled out a 55, but Brian Myres only getting a 40 without being off his game says to me he's not he's nowhere near ready for any higher. He's quite clearly the worst one in the Bound for Glory series. So yeah, 55 rated segment there, lovely stuff. Then we got a 42 rated segment where Melissa Santos tries to interview Tenille Dashwood but before she speaks, Peraza interrupts and offers a title shot. Straight up just goes, fine, you want that title, you can have it Bound for Glory, I'll still kick your ass. And Tenille Dashwood doesn't say a word, doesn't say a single word. So yeah, Tenille Dashwood's debuted and she hasn't said a single word yet on Impact. So yeah, this little rivalry here is one I've been planning since the beginning. I wanted this to be the rivalry, so thank God it is, because I'm excited for this. But yeah, Peraza looking great, Dashwood looking great, and obviously Melissa Santos looking great. So yeah, nice segment there. Easily going to be my best women's feud for a while. Then we got a 49 rated segment where Ace Austin defeated Eric Young with by pinfall with the Aces High. Yeah, Ace Austin bossing it with his performance yet again. He is a star, an absolute star. And Eric Young, obviously, he's a bit battered from last week. He went through a hellacious match, and Ace Austin beat him, you know, in quicker fashion than you would expect. Could this happen to Sami Callihan later on? We'll have to find out. But yeah, Eric Young did not look himself. He looked bruised and battered, and Ace Austin took advantage of that, picking up some extra points and looking like he's going to make it into that final match at the Prelude. Then we've got a 45 rated segment where Su Yung says that Susie is dead and that Kylie Ray will join Susie in the afterlife once she is done with her. So yeah, that confirms fully the heel turn. Complete success, lovely stuff. Yeah, I found out how to work out heel turns and face turns. But yeah, 45 rated segment. This little rivalry, it's only a little one, but it might actually last longer than we think. But yeah, 45 rated segment there. Then we got a 58. Really? It was 9 minutes long. We got a 58 rated match between EC3 and Sami Callihan. It was a wild brawl. Wow, where EC3 defeated Sami Callihan with the Sweet Meat Sizzler. Lovely stuff there. EC3 the closest one to Miro at the moment. But yeah, wow. I wasn't expecting 58 at all. That probably should have been the main event, but it went 9.5 minutes. Genuinely, that's incredible. Absolutely incredible. That's mad. Genuinely, that's blown me away. But yeah, that should be a match I should do in the future then. EC3 and Sami Callihan clearly have some chemistry. Even though it doesn't say that, but that says a lot. Then we got a 56 rated segment where Tommy Dreamer talks about entitlement and that Chris has done nothing in his career to deserve anything except a beating. So yeah, obviously Jake Chris seems to have taken the night off, maybe because he got battered last week with a crutch. But yeah, this rivalry is building up and up and up. Like the intensity between it is just getting higher and higher. Very similar vein to the Ken Shamrock Moose one. It just, you know, that both of those you know are going to blow up at some point, and and both of them are at the tip of the iceberg currently. Then we've got a 45 rated segment, speaking of Moose and Shamrock, where Moose wants Shamrock right now or next week. You know, he just wants him, and doesn't want to wait till any pay-per-view, nothing. And PT Williams comes out, interrupting, and Ash Shamrock just kind of stands behind Shamrock and goes, "Before your match, can I have him?" And Shamrock goes, "Go ahead." Obviously, Pete Williams and Ken Shamrock crossed paths in the past in TNA and stuff, so there's clearly a mutual respect there. And PT Williams just kind of wants to shut up Moose before he even gets to Ken Shamrock. So that will actually be happening next week. So yeah, lovely stuff. And then the main event of the evening, Karl Anderson versus Luke Gallows. I have no idea what this is going to be. This is either going to be brilliant or shit. It's shit. Absolutely shit. I had a horrible feeling. As I said, this was either going to be a brilliant match or it wasn't going to be brilliant at all. Karl Anderson defeated Luke Gallows in about 20 minutes. I gave it time. I gave it a slow build. I even gave it a spectacle. I put everything forward for this to be a brilliant match, and it just did not hit at all. 43 by Anderson, 38 by Gallows. No chemistry at all between the two. Ouch, that's going to hurt the show massively. How much does it hurt it? 44. Yeah, I knew it was a risk. I really did know it was a risk to put on that as the main event. But as I said, they were either going to have chemistry or no chemistry, and unfortunately it was the wrong way. disappointing stuff there. Really is a shame, because that really could have been brilliant. But yeah, as I said, this show had potential to be the best or the worst show, and it ended up being our worst show ever. You know, look at that. Eddie Edwards, Cain Velasquez, brilliant. Miro, Myres, good. EC3 Callahan, brilliant. You know, there's some great stuff on this show. Should have at least made 50, but that main event drags it down so much. Because naturally, it's the main event. It's going to have an impact, and no pun intended. And yeah, unfortunately, didn't quite work out. So anyway, after that disappointment, we're going to go through the Bound for Glory standings. So it's going to go on your screen now. There you go. Right. So still top on 44 points is Miro. Second place is EC3 with 38. Fourth is Ace Austin with 23, and then you've got Anderson and Callahan with both of them 21. And we've got a definitive top 5 and bottom 5, which is what the final week of Impact is going to be, is the top 5 facing off against each other, and the bottom 5 facing off against each other. And for the first time, we've had a definitive one way or the other. The bottom 5 being Eric Young, Luke Gallows, Trey, Myres and TJP. Obviously, in that final match, that bottom 5 match, there would be 25 points available, and to anyone, that 25 points currently would get you into that final match at the Prelude. So it's going to be a big match. Obviously, we've still got 3 weeks to go of the Bound for Glory series. We've still got some big matches to come, but yeah, it's a big. It's starting to shape up. It really is starting to shape up. But yeah, I'm excited about this. There's some, as I said, there's some big matches to come. Like, just looking at what we've got left. What we've got: Eric Young, EC3, Ace Austin and Miro and Eric Young still to go. There's some great matches in there, and those are the next 3 main events. So yeah, that's it for the Bound for Glory standings. That's it for the Impact this week. I'll move on to Explosion. We'll see what happens on there. But yeah, we don't seem to be we don't seem to have much in mail, except from what the viewing figures and the fact that our network's unhappy because we put on a crap show. Yeah, that's annoying when you put on a crap show. Obviously, William Regal's getting the call up there if you can't see, but yeah, pretty good all round for Impact. It was. We need to do better than that in the future, and we will do better than that. We've proven that, but yeah, let's get into Explosion. Right, so we got some backstage incidents here. The first one's with D'Lo Brown. So D'Lo Brown lifted the locker room with a silly game he created quickly. Became very popular backstage. Good stuff there. Ace Austin and Rob Van Dam. This stuff I love. Rob Van Dam passed on tips of psychology. Brilliant to his protege Ace Austin. Lovely stuff there. And I'm guessing the same for Cousin Jake. Lovely stuff there. So yeah, those two are just going to get better and better under the wings of Rob Van Dam, and that's going to bode well for my plans, because Cousin Jake I'm intrigued by. Ace Austin obviously you already know I love, so yeah, really happy with that. So let's get into it, let's book it, let's go. Right, so we've booked Explosion, let's get into it and see what happens. So we start off the show with a 42 rated segment where the Rascals defeated Moose and the North, which I think is a redo of a match from Rebellion or something last year. Yeah, I wasn't sure who the mystery partner was going to be. Moose made the most sense. You know, they have history teaming together and also have history teaming together against the Rascals, so it's a nice little touch there, where Trey actually pinned Moose. Trey pinned Moose with the Yoshitonic. During the match, Ken Shamrock ran in and attacked Moose. So Ken Shamrock came in, attacked Moose, hit him in the face. Trey took advantage and Trey got the win. Trey with a nice performance of 45. Moose obviously the best of 50. Yeah, some good performances in there. Nice little rating, especially on Explosion. Lovely stuff there. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. I wanted that match to be good, and it was. So, good stuff there. And Trey picking up possibly some momentum going into the last 3 weeks of the Bound for Glory series. Then we have a 56 rated segment where EC3 tells Young that he better pull his shit together next week so he has a fight on Tuesday, because obviously Eric Young this week didn't pull up the best of fights against Ace Austin. He looked battered and bruised, and EC3 kind of wants to wake up Eric Young. Even brings up Rich Swann, which you see Young's face change when he's brought up. So yeah, 56 rated segment there, lovely stuff. Then we have a 41 rated segment where Gama Singh and Motor City Machine Gun signed the contract for a tag match, which is a week from Tuesday's Impact. But they also have set a 3 versus 3 match for next week's Explosion. Obviously, we know who the Desi Hit Squad's 3 are. That means that Alex Shelley and Sabin have to find a partner as well. So, yeah, good little match there. Good little segment there. And we got a 47 rated segment where Madison Rain just cuts a promo on Grace and says that she should have accepted her offer to, you know, for Rain to manage Grace. Then we got a 35 rated match where Maman Fulton defeated Falabar in 5 minutes and 57 seconds. During the match, Ace Austin ran in and attacked Falabar. It was penalised for having two crazy matches in quick succession, which was yeah, I didn't even think of that. The Bound for Glory series suffered from it. I forgot that TJP and Ace Austin are in both. So yeah, whoops. But Maman Fulton put in a good performance. Falabar not so much. Fulton's someone to keep an eye on. Falabar just, he can't go very far in matches. I think he has a restriction on what he can do, a massive restriction as well. So yeah, 35 rated segment. The match was alright, could have been better, but it's just a shame that the Bound for Glory series got dragged down during it. Then we've got a 39 rated segment where Rosemary and Ty Valkyrie are arguing and bickering until Bravo shouts at them and tells them to shut up, and he tells them that he has to do it. He has to step in the cage with Havoc next week. He has to, you know, Valkyrie and Rosemary try and talk him out of it and says there must be another way, there must be another way. And Bravo just goes, no there isn't, I have to do it. So yeah, next week, Johnny Bravo and Havoc in a steel cage match. Oh boy. I love just booking these 3 together and adding Havoc and James Mitchell in. I thought it was a nice touch. So yeah, good stuff there. 39 rated segment. Then we've got a 31 rated segment where Chris Bay says that he will hold an open challenge until Armel stops forgetting about him. Stops forgetting about him, and Jack Gallagher of all people answers the call. So yeah, and that match is next, which is a 32 rated segment. Jack Gallagher suffered an injury as well, but Chris Bay defeated Jack Gallagher with the Triple C, and Bay makes his 3rd defence of the X Division title. Bay with a nice 40 rate in there, and Jack Gallagher with a nice 34 rating, but obviously the injury sustained rotator cuff, not so great there, so unfortunately that's probably held it back. Yeah, Buddy Ray's told me that. And Chris Bay has heat backstage after he injured him. Brilliant. But 37 rated segment, 37 rated segment, 37 rated show there. The front half, brilliant. The back end, not so good. So yeah, that's a motto to take into life, isn't it? Front end not so good, back end is good. Oh god, I probably shouldn't have said that. Anyway, that's the end of the episode. Thank you for your constant support on this series. It's really grown recently and I can't thank you guys enough. Hit that like button if you like this video. Subscribe if you're new here. The Bound for Glory series is coming to a close soon, and I shall see you in the next video. See ya!
Bye.